So now I'd like to get back to when you were talking about how you got a heightened awareness of the voice.
Okay.
Right. From a near-death experience.
Well, there was a time in my life where I had a major incident that happened to me, and I was in a car crash and had on a surgical table, and they said I flatlined. Okay, and when I flatlined, I felt my spirit and my soul, the tunnel, and my spirit moved me into a space that I hadn't been before. And it was a rapid space. It was a space that moved, that I had in company with me a guide, someone who guided me through the tunnels to get to wherever I went at that time. And at that time, that I know I landed to a location that was not here. And in that moment, there was another presence. There was a presence of a few, but there was a main presence of an energy. And the energy was bright and large. And it was so bright and so large and so powerful, I knew that the energy that I was in front of had the power to change the world. Okay? And I knew that it was energy that was not of earthbound. It was not of this planet. I knew that too. Because what people don't recognize is when you're here, you're conscious, and when you're there, you're also conscious. So when your time ends on the planet, the consciousness continues. It doesn't end. So that's why they say, whatever you do, please leave in a very good frame of mind, because that's the mindset that you're going to have when you go there. And I can say that because what you're expressing, that I expressed in the book and I'm expressing right now, was because I've had this experience, I know of its existence.
Right. When you started talking about the experience, I had read numerous stories about people having near-death experiences, NDEs. And so when somebody tells you that they have an experience that's very similar to what many, many other people have experienced, and people have said they felt like they had saw a bright light or white light.
Well,
they went through a tunnel, they saw a white light, and so many people had very, very similar experiences. So.
Right. This is an experience. This is not an experience that's only mine.
Right.
Many, many others have had this experience.
Right.
So, but not everybody remembers all the details of the experience, and not all are willing to share their experience.
Right.
Because you definitely become aware and awaken to something different, and only to understand that difference is to have that experience.
Right.
So a lot of people hold that information inward and won't share it. But then when they do read books or see situations or see shows that other people have had the experience, then they become more open to express what happened to them. Now, not everyone also goes to the same destination.
Okay.
In those moments.
Right.
Okay. There are certain realms and certain purposes for everyone as individuals.
Now, I just wanted to just kind of bring something to that I thought was interesting. Is that it's from the Tibetan Book of the Dead? They talk about how, in afterlife. Now we're going down these roads, but how in the afterlife you're going to well, not just the Tibetan Book of the Dead, but generally speaking, in terms of other traditions, that you're going to, where you go is determined by how your actions and how you lived here at this time. But in the Tibetan Book of the Dead, you're going to see all these energies or entities based on your own, your own karma. Well, but anyway, going down that road, I want to do that in another discussion.
It's an easy conversation that we can get to the point and then get out and get into details another time.
Right.
But you're going to face what you did not, or that you faced here, but you'll face it there at a different level.
Okay.
Okay? Everything that you'll face there are things that's not resolved here.
Right. Well, that's one of the things. I mean, this is what the traditions say. That's one of the reasons why, like in the East, they say you want to let go of desire, because whatever you desire, you're going to be pulled back to earth. Africans say that too, that you're going to be pulled back to earth based on what your desires, and in terms of where you go when you leave here and when you come back. where you come back to is going to be based on your karma, or based on your things you did in the life before you left. And
Well,
so yeah, it's just different. It just depends on.
Well, the thing of it is this: is you're going to have all these experiences while you're here.
Right.
The question is, which ones outweigh the others?
Right.
Okay. Did I do more negative things than I did positive? Was I more lustful than I was peaceful? Was I more, everything has to have a balance.
Right.
So when you look at your life and the things that motivate you and the things that stimulate you, you got to look at where you are and which things stimulate you the most.
Right.
How is it balanced with all the other attributes? Because being a part of this experience, we have many different attributes of our experience.
Right.
And see, so we're supposed to take all these experiences and balance them out. It's a good
because
thing.
if you don't balance them out, the universe is going to balance them out.
Well, the universe will always balance them out, but we also have to find where we fit. Because there might be something that gives me a drive that allows me to achieve my goal. See, so if I was more apt to feeling the vibration of love, and all I wanted to do was love and love and love, then that might be the attribute that I need to open my heart to a level to where I can express what love looks like and feels like, as long as I maintain a positive outlook and encouragement and deliver all goodness in that process.
Right.
Versus lust
Greed.
or greed.
Yeah.
See, so those things are really good attributes, provided you balance within that to be well.
Right.
Because everything has to be well in the process.
Well, but it's just because I'm always going to focus on the science of it, right? So it's really about everything always going to go back to a state of equilibrium, right?
Right.
So if you look at the laws, that's the thing. If we learn the laws, right? And I'll talk about this over and over, but if we learn the laws, then you realize how it plays out, and not just in physical laws in terms of physical phenomena, but just in our personal lives. So
laws of humanity.
But I'm saying
Right.
just the laws of the universe,
Right?
Okay, that will also apply to us.
Right.
Right. And
Everything applies to us
So, for
because it's equal
example,
mesh.
everything is going to have it has to be a balance. Everything has to go back to equilibrium. That's a law.
Right.
And so and if you whatever you do at some point is going to have to balance out. So if you put negative into the universe,
right,
then negative is going to come back.
I'm gonna tell you this.
Put positive to the universe, and positive comes back
positive
to
comes
you.
back, and I'll tell you this: those that's wreaking havoc out here, they have no idea what they're going to face.
Right.
I'm telling you, if they knew, that's why it's books that we produce to try to tell them what it is that they're facing. It's elders with stories to try to tell them what they're facing. Parents, and also experiences along the journey of people that they'll cross paths with to deliver messages to them, so to help them catch it, because it doesn't end here. Okay?
Yeah, right, exactly.
Right,
so it's going to balance out somewhere.
Right. So what happened is, when I had my near-death experience and I went to that place, the voice that I've always heard my whole life became very profound. It came louder. It came clearer. It became more precise. It came like it's next to me. That's how clear it is to me now.
Right.
I hear it. I see what it's saying. It points me the way. It shows me the internals, the functions of others that I'm with. And so it's very easy for me to have that communication. An understanding when it communicates to me, and how to follow those words or those messages.
Right. But that's what they say. Like people who have had near-death experiences, some of them come back with extra, with an extra ability,
extra senses. The senses are
heightened. Right.
And it could be one or two reasons. First off, we had an experience that gave us a choice. The choice that we face after that is, do I want to stay or go there? Or do I want to be here? Okay? So, the moment that you go there and you're given the choice to come back, from that day forward, you see how wonderful this experience is. even if you didn't know how wonderful it was, to in all the details and facets of the experience, no matter what demographic, no matter where you live, no matter how economically successful you are, no matter what it is, children, no children, all those things that we have in our experiences have wonders inside of them.
Yeah. Mm.
So, would I rather be there, outside of my body, or would I rather be here, inside my body? And if I choose to be inside my body, then I choose to do all the things that's necessary to get it right.
Right, yeah.
So I'm going to listen to the voice very clearly because I'm going to follow it in detail.